Hey everybody, here we are for round two. We're just waiting for our opponent to decide whether or not to play first. Hopefully this round goes a bit better. Round one was not necessarily the best. Not a good introduction to this draft format. I was doing a bit more research on the break, and it turns out that this one article I read listed this as the second worst draft format ever because of the overpowered black commons and the underpowered everything else. The worst format of all time, of course, being Avacyn Restored, which I strongly agree with. Avacyn Restored was awful. This doesn't, so far, feel like that level of awful, but it doesn't necessarily feel the best. Yeah, our deck, not entirely sure if it's okay or not. When Pestilence was down, it seemed to be pretty good, and every other time it seemed to be pretty bad. We missed winning after our opponent kept a one-lander and didn't draw his second land until turn 4 or 5. Now, admittedly, part of that was due to 10 straight turns of drawing no lands, but in any other format, I feel with 3 lands we could have done something. Well, perhaps our opponent has stepped away for a bit. The last match did take a while, so I guess I'll pause this and wait for them to come back. Unfortunately, I think my microphone was muted that entire first game, and I just noticed it now. I just got a new microphone, and I just saw the light flashing on the mute button. So that first game, hopefully you enjoyed it without any sort of voiceover. It was mostly me being really confused as to what on earth was happening. He was just not playing anything. He was playing that spreading algae over and over, but we won it. I don't know if my voiceover would have added much insight to it anyways, but now you have voiceover. I believe the microphone is recording now. And we're waiting for him to decide whether or not he's playing first. So he's really deciding whether or not to play first. I would love to see a game like last match for sure. Alright, so hey, we finally see Expunge. Look at that. I think this is keepable. We've got the turn 1 Goblin Patrol, turn 3 Viashino or Expunge. I'm pretty happy with that. He's mulled to 6. Fine with that. We're going to see a Forest and nothing. Alright. So let's drop the Goblin Patrol. I guess if he's spreading seas, that would be a pain. Or, not spreading seas, spreading algae. So I guess there must be a cycle of those those enchantments, spreading seas, spreading algae, and then probably some other ones. So we'll pay for that. Hey, another mountain. Let's swing in for 2. And then next turn, what do we do? I guess it depends if he plays a creature. We could do Ticking Gnomes, we could do Viashino. What are we gonna see? Spreading algae. Hurrah. So I guess we're gonna go Viashino off of 2 mountains. And get in for 4. I'm totally willing to play around that spreading algae. Pop it back to the hand and pass the turn. Don't even need double black for Expunge. Passes the turn, playing nothing, so we'll drop this mountain. We won't do Viashino because I want to make him discard. He's already down to 4 cards. So we'll get in for that. We'll drop the Ravenous Rats. Let's see what he discards. Maybe he's flooded out again, who knows. Well, we do see a land get discarded. And what's he got? Nothing? Okay. Let's play a land. Get in for 3. And I guess we'll start getting our big guys down instead of Viashinoing here. No combat tricks. Sure thing. Let's get the... Well, do I want the Ticking Gnomes or do I want the Fire Eater? That's a good question. Ticking Gnomes will kill an X1 or just attack in for 3, but I'll have to pay 3 next turn. Fire Eater can kill an X2 or attack in for 2. I wouldn't have to pay the Echo. Let's go with the Fire Eater. And then if we don't see a creature next turn, we're just going to Viashino in this time. If we do see a creature, we can Expunge it, get in for 5. Maybe he has some magic green-white counterspell here? Who knows? Just waiting for that to hit the battlefield. I'm really confused by what this deck must be. Green-white, we've seen Spreading Algae, Realist Monk, Marker Beetles, and that cat. And that's it. Very strange. There we go. Finally hit the battlefield. And we'll pass the turn. Maybe he really needed that plains for some reason. Maybe he's nothing but 7 and 8 drops. Who knows? passing the turn again. Okay. Alright. Viashino. Get in for 7. I have no understanding what's going on. Can this hit players? It can. So we could take him to 1 off the gnomes. We can just expunge whatever blocker he plays next turn. I have no understanding what's going on. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, he has something. Waylay put 3 2/2 white knights onto the battlefield. Okay, so he was waiting for a potential blowout. I see. So he's still gonna take 2. They don't have first strike or anything. They're just 2/2s. Or he's gonna take 1, I guess. And go to 8. Sure. I mean, that's still not bad. What did that cost? 3? It's pretty good for 3. At least they go away anyways at the end of the turn. And the next turn we can play the gnomes, expunge whatever he plays, get in for 4, take him to 4. Not bad. He must have a plan, though, right? Don't even need Pestilence. It's just sat there the whole game. Waiting for the ticking gnomes to resolve. Maybe he's double queuing, maybe he's really distracted, who knows. So I'm pretty okay with him playing 1 big beefy blocker. As long as we can target it with expunge, we should be fine. There we go, it finally resolves. Waylay, exile all those tokens that died anyways. Way, another land. And he's going to play something. What is it? Worn Power Stone. Sure, doesn't do much. Doesn't do much. So I guess maybe he's wanting to ramp into gigantic things, and his hand is nothing but gigantic things, maybe. Taunting Elf, all creatures able to block it do so. Whoop-de-doo. Not even a waste expunge on that. I'll waste expunge on whatever this big thing is that he's been holding on to for forever. Alright, we'll pay that echo. And I guess we'll swing in for 4 here. We leave up expunge mana. Barely off the spreading seas. Oh crap. Alright. Magic lagged out on me, so I didn't get my attack through, so that kinda sucks. That kinda sucks. Damn it. Alright, well, we're gonna pass the turn. We've given him an extra turn now. Something big's gonna come down here. Opal Archangel. It's a 5/5 vigilance if I cast a creature spell. Well, I'm just not gonna cast any creature spells. Brilliant Halo. A 1/2. So he'd be a 1/3. So he's got 1 card in hand. Do I just kill it in response? A 1/3. I mean, that's not going to block ticking gnomes. Or it's not going to kill ticking gnomes. Yeah, I'll let him have it. And then I just won't cast a creature spell for a while. Alright, so he's tapped out. He's only got one card. Get 2 Fire Slinger. Can that hit players? It can. I checked that before. So we'll swing in for 3. That would take him to 5. We'll put down Pestilence. Next turn I can just win it off of the gnomes and Pestilence. As long as he doesn't gain any life. So what are we gonna see? Three mana. Opal Avenger. When you have 10 or less life, it's a 3/5 soldier. Sure, whatever. No skin off my back. I'll just expunge that at the end of the turn, I think. I'll lose my swamp, so I won't have the win off of sacking that and pestilencing. But that's okay. Oh, I'll still have the win off of Get 2 Fireslinger anyways. Don't expect to see an attack here. But he's thinking about it. Make sure to destroy that in the end step so that he can't replay the Spreading Seas. Okay. He really wants the rats gone. If you say so. If you say so. Let's kill that Opal Avenger. So we can get in for 3 and Pestilence. We can get in for 3 and Get 2 Slinger. We can get in for 3 and sack and Pestilence. Many options. So we're gonna go 3 and Pestilence. And see if he has a fancy way of beating that. And even if he plays those Flash Apes or something, we can still just sack, Get to Pestilence. Goes to combat. We wait to make sure Magic Online doesn't lag out on us. Get in for 3. He takes the 3. Or he will take the 3. When he goes past the block step. Someday he'll go past the block step. There we go. And then we'll go Pestilence. And Pestilence. And we win. Alright, so that went much better. Sorry about the muted microphone for the first game, but as I said, I didn't really offer much insight on that game because I had no idea what was going on. This game, he played couple creatures at least, but I still don't really understand what was going on. So we're 1-1, so I'll take that, I guess. And I'll see you guys for round 3, where maybe the game will make more sense, and I'll make sure the microphone is unmuted. So I'll see you guys for round 3.